Hey, serious question. Why is it that tyrants always rely on slavery? I mean, honestly, if you can get your act together to overcome people and entire planets and hold control over those planets for centuries, how come we can't solve income inequality? Huh? Why can't you give people a minimum wage, create a sustainable workforce based on people that enjoy their work, and worship you as the true hero that you are? Because you're lazy. Hello, Winternet. Welcome to Tales Showcase, where we don't usually sympathize with villains, but when they start having legitimate points, it gets a little tricky. I'm your host, the Watcher of New Earth. Well, welcome back to the swing of things with Thor's and the God Butcher. Last time we left off, Gore the God Butcher had devised a bomb that could destroy all gods. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, here's a playlist. What? I've been talking about this story for literally 3 years. You can take a few minutes to catch up. For the rest of you, though, let's get started. This is Thor, God of Thunder, number 8.
The story picks up a short while after the end of the last issue as the two older Thors sail through space on their way towards the God Butcher's lair, where a time-displaced young Thor now serves as slave. However, he's, struggling to adjust to slavehood. He begins fighting against the Butcher's dog, but is quickly stopped by another trio of goddesses. They're slaves as well, but of a seemingly higher tier, and they tell him to knock off his one-man revolt because every time he causes trouble, the Butcher crucifies a god. The three of them walk away as Thor curses them under his breath. However, the narration reveals that these were actually Atli, Elisive, and Frigg, Thor's future grandchildren.
Well, it's nice to know that at least not all of Thor's family are idiots.
Thor continues to work and build alongside the other slaves, and after a while he asks aloud what it is they're making for the Butcher. Luckily, the Butcher's son is there, once again looking very healthy for a dead child, and he explains that it is a bomb made to kill all the gods at once. Thor questions why he's so happy about this, and the child explains that the world will be better without fear of damnation or hatred between rival religions. He argues that without the lie of eternal life, people will be forced to make the most out of the life that they have.
Kid's making some solid points.
Thor tells the child that he should leave as soon as he can because he's going to murder the Butcher. The child, however, quickly menaces Thor with the same weapon as his father. He then orders Thor back to work before he has him crucified.
Rich albino kids, am I right?
Days later, the enslaved gods gather for a meeting as Frigg explains that the bomb will be ready in a matter of days. She says that it's time to make their move. Thor arrives, formally introducing himself and volunteering for whatever it is they have planned. They believe it's possible that he is in fact Thor, since the Butcher has been known to pull gods from the time stream before. However, Elisive is particularly distraught as she realizes that she's been having fantasies about her own grandfather.
Whoa, hey, no, whoa, hey, no, come on, no. We don't roll that way in Asgard, thank you. Maybe in Olympus, but not in Asgard, certainly.
Thor asks Frigg if the bomb could in fact destroy all gods. She says that the Butcher is many things, but he's not a liar. Huh. Does that sound ominously familiar to any of you? Nah, probably just my imagination. Thor asks how they plan to destroy it if it's the size of a moon.
The same way we deal with any moon-sized threat in any sci-fi movie, with a plucky attitude and an exhaust port.
She reveals that they've secretly been building their own bomb that they plan to use. However, they need to figure out a way to distract all the Butcher's dogs so one god can get a clear path and destroy the god bomb. This, of course, would most likely be suicide.
I love this plan! I'm excited to be a part of it! Let's do it!
Thor, being the irrational moron he is, grabs the makeshift bomb and goes to destroy the weapon himself. He continues to try to make a storm despite the world being so barren, but he miraculously is able to make it rain fire. Thor continues his charge, selflessly risking his life for seemingly the first time. He manages to make it to the god bomb and tosses their weapon, leading to a huge explosion. Elsewhere, the older Thors grow cautious as it appears they felt pain from young Thor's ploy. As they approach the Butcher's planet, they are surrounded by star sharks that are feeding on the remains of gods that have been cast into orbit. Suddenly, they feel the presence of someone else near them, but before they can react, someone boards and strikes modern Thor in the face with a shark.
What? 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 You expect me to come up with something funnier than Thor getting hit in the face with a shark?
Old Thor tears away the makeshift weapon as the intruder is revealed as young Thor, who survived the explosion. They quickly bring him up to speed and prepare for battle. As they near the planet, the youngest goes to show them where the bomb would have been, only to see that the bomb is still completely intact. And the comic ends with the now 3 generations of Thor-God ready for the final battle.
And that was Thor, God of Thunder number 8. Like the rest, it's good. It's great, and we're quickly arriving to the end, so stay tuned for that. As always, I'm going to keep my opinions on it, or expansive thoughts, till the last video that I make on Thor, the God of Thunder, God Butcher, God Bomb storyline. It'll all be at the end, so we're going to end it right here. As always, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. This is the Watcher of New Earth, signing off. Hi, I'm the Watcher of New Earth. If you like that video, hit that subscribe button, maybe even the bell icon. It probably does something, right? I mean, YouTube hired someone to put it there, so the least we could do is show appreciation by hitting it.